Hello, everybody. My name's Steven. I am the LionDesk trainer. So I'll be hosting Q&A. So if it's your first time doing Q&A, office hours, we wanted to create an open forum where you all can come in and ask any of your LionDesk questions, right? Things from like very basic, how to set up your profile, how to upload your contacts, to things that are a little bit more advanced, like how to set up Facebook integration, how to set up Zapier, and so on. So we just wanted to give you all this hours to come in, ask any questions. There's really nothing in place that we have, like no standard questions that we're going to go through. So it's really open up to what you all need, what you all want to know about. But before we get started, I do want to show you all the different resources that are available to you. So we do have a couple of different channels where you all can get help from, office hours being one of them. But just in case you miss us, so first of all, office hours is every Thursday at 10 a.m. But in case you can't make it, there's other ways you can get your questions answered. So let's go ahead and dive into our different channels. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Awesome. So I'm already logged into LionDesk. So what resources are available to you if you also have questions outside of office hours? Very first thing is we do have online chats. So in the lower right, you will see this chat bubble. Just click on it. It will connect you with a live rep. Just click on new conversation. So this is available during business hours from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you have any questions, just click on the chat bubble and click on new conversation. So that's one resource. You can also always give us a call. That's going to be on 760-501-8582. We do have a couple of different departments. So we have sales, support, and also billing. So depending on your question, you'll choose one of those three. And then we also have online help. So on the left-hand side, you can click on online help. This will take you to the help center. And so this is filled with articles and videos of different things within LionDesk. It really breaks it down for you. A resource that I do want to point out to new users. So if you wanted a really structured learning experience, we do have webinars in place. So in that search bar, just type in webinar, LionDesk webinars. And we do have this training course that you can take. It consists of 3 webinars. So as we scroll below, you will see First Step to Success, Automate Your Business, and then Streamline Your Business. So again, office hours is an open forum. Ask any questions that you all wanted. But if you wanted a really structured learning experience, we do have these 3 webinars recorded. So First Steps to Success covers the beginning part of how to set up your profile, upload your contacts, set up an email and a text message. Below that, you will have Automate Your Business. So this really focuses on setting up your workflow. Also marketing campaigns, emailing, texting, lead assist, your workflow properties and deals, and also the reporting page. And then finally, we have Streamline Your Business, which really focuses on creating teams, lead routing, so connecting with Facebook, Zapier, and other platforms that you may have running, right? We want LionDesk to be the central hub. So every system that you have in place, we wanted to connect it with LionDesk so it all goes through there. So you can always log in and see what's going on with all of your contacts. So those are the 3 webinars that we have in place. We recommend viewing them in this order. Again, First Step to Success, Automate Your Business, and then Streamline Your Business. Within this same page, you are able to also register for office hours. So again, welcome for today. But if you wanted to join us next week and so on, you will see that link, register today. And then all of these office hours are recorded. So you'll see that playlist listed right below. So if you do miss it, don't worry. We do add them to our YouTube playlist. Just click on that link to view all of the old office hours. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into LionDesk. So a couple of things before we start is at the bottom of your screen, you will see a black bar. That way you can send in chats and Q&A. I do see a couple questions coming in, so feel free to start typing them in. I do recommend, though, keeping all of your questions in that Q&A box. That'd be easy for me to just go through them. In the chat box, I don't want them to get lost, so go ahead and just put them in the Q&A box. The chat box, you kind of want to leave it open for any resources that I want to send you all, so article links and things like that. So just, again, make sure to start sending them in the Q&A box. I'll start off in the chat box just to get those answered. But again, put your questions in the Q&A box. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see, first question. All right, so from Connie, I'm having difficulty with the picture in my email signature. I have a picture saved, but it's not showing up in my email signature. All right, so I'm assuming that's gonna be in this platform B1. So just in case you all didn't know, we have B1 and B2, and I'll be talking about B2 a little bit later. So for B1, how to upload a picture into your email signature. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the steps. Let me know if you did those steps and it's a different issue. But most likely, I'm assuming that's going to be the reason why it's not showing up. So the very first thing, if you have an image that you want to upload into your email signature, or an image that you even want to upload to any email, you first want to upload it into Documents. So on the left-hand side, you will see Documents. And we're going to upload our image here. Most of you all have a folder called Uncategorized. Right, you can create your own, but let's go ahead and upload it into the uncategorized folder. So from here, I'm gonna click on uncategorized. And by clicking on this cloud icon, you can upload an image. Let's see if I have an image. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and upload an image. Once you uploaded an image, it will be visible from the folder. So you'll be able to open it up and you'll see your images below. So let me go ahead and open up this image. So here we are, we have this line. We want to upload this line into our email signature. So once I open up that image, I want to copy the URL and then go into my email signature. So the email signature is in the profile page. So click on the upper right and select Profile. As I scroll below, I'm going to see the email signature. So right now it has our logo. Let's go ahead and switch that out with the lion. So I'm going to click on Edit. I'm going to remove this one. And in that toolbar, you will see this image icon. So you want to click on that image icon and paste the URL there. Right, now we see the image appear. You are able to customize the width and the height. So you will see that on the left-hand side. So from here, you can type in the new width and height and then press OK. Now you see that image get added to the signature. Once you click on Save, that image will send out with any email that you send through LionDesk. So that's how you'll go about setting up the email signature. Let me know if you did these steps and it's still not showing up. It might be a different issue, but most likely it was just uploading into your Documents page. All right, moving on to the next question. All right, from Jesse. My broker and I want all 17 agents of our sign up as sub accounts. Right now we have signed up for a master account with one sub account just to test the CRM in terms of lead sharing and assigning leads. There's an option to share contacts to team members, but is there a way to hide master account contacts while seeing all sub agent accounts and their contacts, not only to the contact leads assigned with them? All right, so that was kind of a lot. Let me see if I can break it down. Where contacts to a team member, but there's a way to hide master account. Okay, so all right, so this is all about team sharing, having certain contacts visible, and so on. All right, so just to kind of break it down, you are able to create a team within LionDesk as long as the users have a LionDesk account. Once the team does have LionDesk accounts, you are able to go to the settings page and go into the second tab, lead distribution and team settings. From here, you are able to create teams. So you'll see that listed on the right-hand side. Just click on create new team and then invite team member. So I have one right now, Phil. Let's go ahead and invite a team member. Training@liondesk.com, invite member. And so we sent them an invite, right? We're just waiting on their reply. So the biggest thing right now is team sharing. That's like the major question. You'll see within that team, the team sharing button where you can have it on or off. Right, so this is kind of going to be an all or nothing scenario. So if you click on all of your contacts or properties or deals, that's going to be shared with your team members. If you have it off, you're only going to be able to assign leads, but all that information is going to be compartmentalized, so you're not going to see the other agents' information. However, your question did include and it did involve a sub-account and an admin account. So with admin accounts, as long as you're the owner, which you can set that up within the sub-account admin. So I'll make sure to reach out to you at the end to show you where, just because in this account, I don't have that set up. But if you do have an admin account, you are able to go into this last tab, select that you want to be the owner of all the contacts. So as the main admin account, you will be able to see the entire database of all of the agents there, but each agent will only have access to their assigned leads, right? And so that setting is set up within the last tab, but I'll make sure to follow up with you at the end of this session to show you exactly what to click on in order to have that set up. I just can't show you here because this account doesn't have the admin access. All right, moving on to the next question. So we have, give me a second. Boom. How to integrate Facebook with specific marketing that you'll be running. Awesome, good question. So how to integrate with Facebook. Let me see if I have a couple already set up. Let me just remove these so we can start from scratch. All right, so you first want to go into the settings page. So on the left-hand side, you want to click on settings, right? Once you click on settings, it's going to take you to that same page we were just on. And you want to click on the fourth tab, Facebook settings. Let me go ahead and remove this. All right, so right now our Facebook lead ad page is empty. So you'll be able to connect with your Facebook account. You'll see there listed right below, connect to Facebook, and whether it's going to be a personal page or a business page. So for the example that I have, it's going to be a personal page. So once you click on connect to Facebook, it's going to give you this pop-up window. Let me go ahead and log into another account. All right, so once you log in, it's gonna continue. Ooh. Edit settings. Once you log in, it's going to take you to this page. So what pages do you want to use with LionDesk, right? So if you have multiple pages running, you'll be able to pick and choose which ones you want to bring over into LionDesk. So right now I only have one, so I'm going to select that one page. I'm going to press next. And this is going to give you the permissions, like what is LionDesk allowed to do. So manage your pages and also access leads for your pages, right? We're not going to post anything on your behalf, right? We're not going to connect to Messenger. So essentially all we're doing is grabbing the leads from those ad pages and sending them to LionDesk. So once you press done, to start linking your LionDesk account to Facebook, gives you this notification. Now you're linked. Let's go ahead and press OK. And then your page is going to appear like this, right? So it's bringing over any pages that you have. So again, we only have this demo test page, but if you selected more, you're going to see them all listed below. Each page is going to bring over all of their ads. So how do you see all of the ads? You want to click on list forms to the right, and it's going to open up to all the ads that you have running. Not just the ones that are active, but also the ones that you have archived and so on. So it's just bringing in all the ads that you've ever ran with that page. So we'll see that listed below. You'll select the specific ad forms you want to connect with Facebook, so you don't need to connect them all, just the ones that you know are active. So let's go ahead and connect this one. This is the ad form I want to select. On the right, you want to click on add form. So now you'll get this pop-up, form leads will be sent to LionDesk. Press OK. We're done with this section here, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this down. And you'll see that form listed above. So we have Untitled Form 2019-03 of 12. You'll see Edit Source Map and Remove. So right now, this is connected with Facebook. You have your ad page in your Facebook account. And anytime someone clicks on that ad, it gives them like a pop-up window where they need to fill out information, right? That's what you set up in Facebook. What type of information are you capturing from that ad? Whatever they fill out is being sent to LionDesk. So what you need to do is make sure that the information is mapped out correctly. So once that ad is brought in, you want to click on Edit Source Map. And again, this is what's being captured from your ad page, right? The email and the full name. So by clicking on this drop-down menu, you want to make sure you send it to the correct location. So email will go with email. And then full name will go with full name. Source, I'm gonna go ahead and set it up as Facebook ad number 1, right? That way, if you have multiple ads running, you can have a different setup for each ad. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and select Facebook ad number 1, but you'll notice that I have an option to do Facebook ad number 2 and Facebook ad number 3. So I'm gonna select Facebook ad number 1 and click on Update. Once you click on updates, all of that information that's being captured is going to be submitted into LionDesk. Now that it's connected, most users do want a campaign to trigger automatically. So once that lead does come in, you're already emailing them and texting them. How do you set that up? You want to go into lead distribution and team settings. And then you want to click on add new lead routing. First, though, click on this drop-down menu to select Facebook, right? So where are these leads coming from? They're coming in from Facebook. So here we are, Facebook Lead Ad CRM Direct, and click on Add New Lead Routing. You'll get this pop-up window and set up the fields. So first thing it's gonna ask you is, all right, so the leads are coming in from Facebook, but if you have multiple ads running, you can select the specific ad. So when you click on select source, you'll see Facebook ad 1, 2, 3. Let me go ahead and select Facebook ad number 1. What campaign did you want to trigger? You do have a couple options. If you're a new user, you're going to notice that LionDesk has created a couple campaigns for you. So you'll see one for closed clients, general buyer, prospective seller, home valuation, and so on. Right? There's also one for new leads. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the LionDesk campaign new leads. How do I want to distribute out these leads? Is this individual? Am I part of a team? So you'll select one or the other. I'm going for now just leave it at individual and then click on save lead routing. So now I'm connected with Facebook, right? I did that in that for tab. I am now triggering a campaign. So anytime a lead does come in from Facebook, from this specific ad, Facebook ad number 1, it's going to trigger the new leads campaign. And so you're done. At this point, you can set up different ads, set up Facebook ad number 2, Facebook ad number 3, and so on. That way you can have multiple ads running, each one triggering a different drip campaign, and you'll be able to see from your contacts which leads came in from which leads came in from which ad. All right, so that covers routing with Facebook. All right, to follow up that question, is this only for paid ads? Yes, but honestly, if it's an ad that captures information that you have a form set up, it would also bring those into LionDesk. But mainly, most users use this with paid ads. All right, next question. What is the YouTube channel for the webinars? Awesome. Yes, so the YouTube channel, it's our LionDesk channel. Right, so boom, YouTube. See what happens if I type in LionDesk. Right, so if you go into here, you'll even notice the first few ones, how to set up video, contact lists, and Google Sync and LionDesk. You'll see those listed here, right? These are the office hours. We do have a playlist, so let me go ahead and if you click on the LionDesk channel, you will see the playlists. And then you'll see Q&A with the LionDesk expert office hours. So you can click on that playlist and you'll see, let me go ahead and paste this and send it to you all via the chat. All right, I send you all the playlist. You can see it in the chat box in the lower right. Awesome. All right, so the next question is about V2. So what are the differences between V1 and V2? And just a heads up, that's going to be quite a bit of things. But if you have other questions, feel free to start sending them over the chat. I think that's the last one that I saw. All right, so let me go to the home page first. What's the difference between V1 and V2? Well, first thing is, if you do have access to V1, you also have access to V2. If you look at the top of the screen, at the top of your page, you see this banner. The beta version of the new LionDesk is now live. So you can click on this button, and it's going to take you to the new LionDesk. So it's still the beta version. We're still working on developing a few things, but for the most part, the main features are in this new platform. We're really just working on the bells and whistles. So definitely ready to use. You can log in and start using the new V2 version. What are the major differences between V2? First and foremost, it's more customizable, right? So let's go ahead and focus on just that one part. How customizable is this compared to V1? Even in the home screen, we're already seeing such a difference. You are gonna see vitals. So in V1, you did have the daily vitals in your dashboard, in your home screen. However, those were set in stone, right? It would track the emails, the text messages, any calls that you make, and it would only track the past 24 hours. This will let you track a lot more. First, in the vitals right next to it, you'll see the time frame that you can track. So again, V1 was only 24 hours. In V2, you can select between the past 24 hours, the past 7 days, so the past week, and the past 30 days, so the past month, right? So that right there is already an update. Aside from that, you can also pick and choose which vitals you can track. So again, in V1, those were set in stone. In V2, you can click on this button, Edit Vitals. Opens up this pop-up, and you'll be able to pick and choose what you can track. So you can have up to 7 vitals. So let me go ahead and just remove a few. Right, so on the left-hand side, you'll see these boxes that you can select and deselect. So what type of information can you track? So you'll see properties viewed, saved searches added, favorite properties added. There's a few more that kind of fall in line. And so these are connected with your IDX. These were not available in V1, so it's really great now that you're connected with V2 and your IDX, you'll be able to see that type of information. So let me go ahead and select save searches and then favorite properties added. You'll see the standard ones as well, outbound emails, inbound text messages, new contacts. So those were available in V1, so let me go ahead and add a few of those. And then as I scroll below, you'll see more things that are not available in V1, such as visits, which would be website visits, created follow-ups, showing requests, and then user logins. So again, these are some that were not available in V1. Once you click on apply, you will see this update. So now I'll be tracking the following. Right, so I did 30 days. This is showing me in the past 30 days, I did send out 22 emails. I can click on this downward caret and it's going to show me the most recent ones, right? So I can click on any of these, and it's going to move in from the right, and it's going to show me that email that I had sent out, right? What's great is I can also jump into that contact, and it's going to take me to their profile page. This way I can see everything that's I've done with this contact. So this is another update that we've had in V2. Again, we're going to focus on the customization, but also just the look of it, right? The standard layout is going to stay the same. So you are going to see all the contact information on the left. You're going to see the event timeline on the right. So the event timeline tracks everything that you do with the contact. So any emails you send out, text messages, any calls that you make, any website activity, any comments that you add, that's all going to be tracked in the timeline. As we scroll to the bottom, you are going to see task reminders and also campaigns. So if you're scheduling out emails and text messages, you're going to see those listed below. So the layout's the same as V1, but you'll be able to do more. So the first thing you'll see is the contact information. Right, so before you can add as many fields as you wanted, so you'll have your standard first name, last name, addresses, emails, phone numbers, and then you can create more fields. However, the more fields you created, the longer the page became. So you would just like have to be scrolling down until you saw like what you were looking for. That being said, we switched that up in V2. We compartmentalized that information. So as we scroll below, you're gonna see these different fields. That way you can just click and see all their personal information, their contact information, any addresses, miscellaneous, which would be like their spouse's info, company info, birthday, anniversary, and so on. And then also any custom fields that you created. Right, we did get some feedback. Hey, I don't want to be clicking through all of these fields just to get some information. Don't worry, we did listen and we set up favorited information. So favorite information are fields that will always appear in the contact profile. So anytime you pull up a contact, you'll be able to see that info at a glance. So how do you set that up? In the upper right, you will see this gear icon and you'll see set favorites. Just go ahead and click on set favorites. Everything on the right-hand side is what you currently have on display. Everything on the left-hand side is what you can have on display. So there is no limit. You can add as many fields on display as you wanted to. Let me go ahead and just deselect a few. So you'll see that box on the left-hand side. That way you can just select and deselect. So let me go ahead and just start from scratch. And so what information is important for me that I need to see at a glance every time I pull up a contact? I definitely want to see their hotness level. Right, what's their intent? Are they looking to buy, sell in the next few months, a year, or so on? I want to know their email and their phone number. It would be good to know the spouse's name, right? What else? What else is good to know as I scroll below? Right, are they pre-approved? That's a good one. What's the time frame that they're looking into? That's a good one. Keep going. Minimum price, that's a good one. Price max, that's a good one. So as you scroll below, you're adding all of those fields. Once you're done selecting the things that you want to have visible, just click on apply. And you'll see that section updates. So you'll see the hotness, the email, the phone number. These other fields are not filled out, but this is something I can follow up with that contact. Once I know it, I can go in and add that information. Right? Press enter and click on save. And so that's how you'll go about setting up contact info, right? Your favorite info. All right, so I already see a couple questions. All right, Connie, can you search vitals back further than 30 days? So unfortunately, no. Let's go back to our vitals page in our home page. So from here, can we search these vitals beyond the 30 days? Unfortunately, at the moment, it would only go past 30 days. up to 30 days. That being said, if that's a suggestion, if that's something that you want to see, we do have an ideas page. You know, we're putting all of our effort into V2 right now. So if you want to see something in V2, now is the time to ask. So where do you go to submit your suggestions? We do have a dedicated page just for that. So I'm going to go to it right now, ideas.liondesk.com. I'll make sure to send this over the chat box. All right, so I sent it over via chats. And so this is where you'll go to submit any ideas, any features, or any fixes that you want to see in V2. Just click on add a new idea, right? Give us a quick sentence of what you want to see. Give us some more details of how that's going to help you out as an agent. And then at the bottom, click on share. So let me go just quickly back to the home page. This is going to be the first thing we look at when we're looking to add new features, right? So you'll see trending, you'll see the recent ideas, and then most likely we're going to be jumping into the popular page. What is being voted up the most? So scheduling text messages, I should be able to upload a photo rather than getting a link, emails in the LionDesk system, right? These are the most voted suggestions. You'll see right there planned. That way we can let you all know, hey, this is something that we're currently working on. You'll see that soon. If it's not planned, this is something that we'll look into get it added on. It's just not in the timeline at the moment, but definitely we're looking here to see what you all want to see in V2. So make sure you go into the ideas page. If you have any of your own ideas, go ahead, click on add a new idea. That being said, if you don't worry, still click on that page, look through the popular suggestions, and start upvoting the ones that you want to see in V2. And so kind of following up with that, you definitely want to see the yearly performance, not just 1 month. Definitely a good suggestion. Go ahead, you can add that to our ideas page, share it with your friends, let them know to upvote this suggestion. All right, next question. How to see your contacts from the last added to LionDesk? So the last added would be based off the created date. So you can do that within the contacts page. So on the left-hand side, we're going to click on contacts. And this is going to be the entire database of all of your contacts, right? So there is a column that you can see right now. I have these columns in place, right? There is a created column, but I do need to add it. So right now I only have the name, email, hotness, phone tags, last comment, last email, last phone activity. I want to see the created date, which would be the added date. How do I add that column in this page? You're going to see this icon, edit columns. And so you'll be able to customize how you have your table set up. Specifically for the one that's being asked is created date, right? So created. I'm going to click on this and I'll see that listed here. Let me go ahead and move that up. So you're able to also set up the order. So just drag and drop. And then click on apply. Right, so now you'll see that fourth column created. It's going to show us when this user was added into the system. I can sort it by clicking on that field, right? So right now this is showing me October 31st. So these are the last contacts I have created, or like the most recent ones. If I click on it one more time, it's going to show me the oldest contacts I have in the system, right? So just go ahead and add this field into the contact table, sort it, and you'll be able to see the most recent added contacts in your database. Can you make default fields for all contacts? Yes. So let me go ahead, jump back into one of these. Derek, let's jump into Derek's account. So if you recall, we set up the favorite information for one of my contacts. It was not Derek, it was a different contact. However, when you set up the favorites for one contact, it's going to streamline it for your entire database. So you'll see that I didn't set up the favorites for Derek, but it's still showing me the same ones, such as hotness, email, phone number, spouse's info, pre-approval, time frame, minimum price, price maximum, right? So those fields are still appearing even though I didn't set it up for Derek. All you have to do is set up the favorites for just one contact and it streamlines it for your entire database. So to kind of go off on that question, all of these ones that I have here, these four, these are custom fields that I created. So they're not already defaults in LionDesk, but if you're looking to create those, you can in the settings page. So in the upper right, you want to click on the name, click on settings. And within the settings page, you'll be able to create your own custom fields, right? And if you wanted to, you can set those as favorites, favorite information in the contact profile. So give it a second while this loads. All right, now that it's loaded, where do I go to create these custom fields? As you scroll below, looking on the right-hand side, you'll see custom contact fields. So all of these fields are ones that I custom created, such as important information, number of children, bedrooms, pre-approval, account number, title company, and so on, right? So I created quite a few fields. If you wanted to create your own, you can. Just click on add a custom field. You'll be able to give it a name and then the type of data. So right now I see the name of pets. Let me go ahead and name, or let me just, does he have pets, right? Yes or no. What type of data is this? Is this a date, a dollar amount, a number, or a text? This is gonna be it's gonna be a number, no, text, right? Does he have pets? Yes or no, text. And then add field. So again, you can add as many fields as you'd like. Let's see where pets is, right? Here we go. I just created this. If I jump into any contact, you're going to see that as an option now. Right, so you'll see them listed in the custom fields. So you just want to click on custom fields and search for that section. So we saw that at the bottom, pets. If you wanted this visible in the favorite information, scroll to the top. Let me close these fields down. Scroll to the top and click on the gear icon to set your favorites. And you'll see pets listed at the bottom or within this field, right? So once you select it, you'll see it apply into the favorite information, right? So where to start off in your settings page to create your own custom fields. All right, next question. How to create a happy home purchase anniversary campaign. So let's go ahead and jump into our campaign. So on the left-hand side, you want to click on campaigns. So before we dive in on how to create one, a couple of things to point out. Drip campaigns, if you're not familiar with them, what are they? Campaigns are a series of emails and text messages that you schedule out over a period of time. So you can apply it to a contact at any moment, and it's just going to schedule out a few emails, a few text messages. LionDesk does have 6 campaigns already created for you. So once you click on campaigns, you'll see those listed here on this page. So you'll see again, general buyer, prospective seller, new leads, home valuation, and so on. Not only that, but we also have a shared library. So you'll see published campaigns in the second tab. So in this section, published campaigns, you'll see that we have over 3,000 campaigns that are available to download. Some of them are restricted, so to hide those, just click on this button here, hide restricted campaigns. Everything else will be free to download. So we have close to 1,000. Right, so the specific one is, hey, how do you create an anniversary campaign? Let's see if there's one available. I'm just gonna go ahead and type anniversary. Ooh, no. All right, so I guess there's no anniversary created. There's only this one that's locked. That being said, we can create our own. Let's go ahead and jump into campaigns. But definitely this is a good resource if you want to see what's available. Once you click on campaigns, you want to click on create campaign. Give it a name. So let's go back to see the name that you have. Happy home purchase. And then click on submit. From here, you'll click on create action, click on email, text message, or task reminder, right, depending on how you wanted to send that message. But let's go ahead and just select email. You can create a new template. That being said, I do know there's already a created campaign that would have a happy anniversary one, which is our close clients, right? So you'll see close client strip, which is again available to all of our users. Right, so we have this happy anniversary. That way you can select this one, but let's go ahead and preview just to see what it looks like. Right, hi, first name, can you believe it's already been a year since you bought your house? Right, so the close client campaign, definitely usable. It does send a anniversary email a year later, so you would just trigger this the day they closed. Right, so let's go ahead and use this email. This looks great. You can just use the close campaign if you wanted to. But if you wanted to create your own, you can. Let's go ahead and select happy anniversary, press next. When do you want to send this out? You'll see immediately, delay by day and time, and delay by minutes. So you'll select delay by day and time, right? And let's go ahead and select 365 days. That way, every year they'll receive this email saying, hey, happy anniversary. At what time? 10:43 a.m. Select assignee and click on submit. So we're done. You can add another action. That way you send out this email, another 365 days. So every year it's already sending this email. So you would trigger this the day they close. That way it sends a year from now. So I do see that question, that follow-up. It only allows days, not a specific date. Not all years have 365 days. All right, so if you wanted to do a specific date, at that point, we recommend scheduling out an email as opposed to creating a campaign. Right, so how to schedule out emails, going into a contact, or let's do communication, that'd be best. So if you go to communication, it'll take you to this page here. You'll select who you want to send it out to. Go ahead and type in Derek. Right, what's the subject line? Happy anniversary. And then, right, you'll set up the text. Can you believe it's been a year? Right, add a little video to it to make it stand out. I'm gonna select this. Even though I know it says happy birthday, but you get the idea, right? Add a video. And then at the bottom, right, you'll be able to schedule out this email, right? So from here, it'll give you the date, right? Just select from the date. Let's go ahead and just select January 9th. And at what time? (10:30 a.m.) And then from here, click send, right? Derek Hill, sending email, right? It's telling you when it's going to send the email. Perfect. That way, if it's not like a year from now, you can just select a specific date. Now to kind of go back to that question. Not all years have 365 days. Correct. Not all years have 365 days. Most do. The only exception would be like leap years, right? So at that point, the day would be one off. So at that point, you want to create a campaign for 3 years in advance and then set it up again after the leap year. That being said, that is a suggestion that has been added to the ideas page. That way we can schedule out emails on specific dates. So that's something that we are looking to add on to V2. That's just not available at the moment. That being said, if you want to set it up right now, I would recommend doing it 365 days until you hit the leap year. And Connie, yes, that was referring to the campaign of setting up a drip campaign, email 1, 2, and 3. You know, year 1, year 2, year 3. You would create a different email for each one, right? So that email will only send out 1 year in advance. You can create another email to send out 2 years in advance and a different email for 3 years in advance. It's not going to be the same email. And to go back to your first question, what do you mean by restricted? So that's in reference to the campaign. So let's jump back into campaigns. Going into the second tab, publish campaigns. So these are published campaigns. Some of them are restricted. What does it mean by restricted? That means the user that created the campaign had created a password in order for you to access that campaign, right? So who's uploading all of these campaigns? They're LionDesk users, right? It could be you, it could be anybody that has a LionDesk account. They can create their own campaign and upload it to share it with others. Some of these do not have a password assigned to it, so you're free to download them, right? There's nothing that's being asked. There's no password, such as this one, right? You don't see that lock icon appear. So you can just click on the save button and it downloads to your campaigns page. If it does have that lock, that means that the user, the person that created this campaign, did create a password for this campaign. So if you try to click on save, it gives you this pop-up saying this is a restricted campaign. You must have the access code in order to save. But we do give you the email address of the creator, right? So brandon@dovetailmarketing.com. That way you can send them a message. Hey, I saw this campaign in LionDesk. What do I have to do in order to get the code to download, right? Some of the people that do add passcodes are restricting their campaigns because they only want it available for their team. So their team can log in and download those campaigns. Some of these are created by marketing platforms. I believe this one's a marketing company. That way, if you are interested, I believe they sell these campaigns, at a fee. That being said, we're not involved in any of that transaction. We do provide you their email address that way you can reach out to them, see if there is a cost for those campaigns and what is that cost. But if you don't want to pay for anything, that's totally fine. Just click on this button to hide any of the restricted campaigns, and you'll see all of these ones that are free to download. Awesome. So I don't see any other questions coming up. Let's go ahead and jump back into the differences between V1 and V2. And you've already seen quite a bit. There is one more thing I did want to point out, which would be transactions. So on the left-hand side, you can click on transactions. So this is another major improvement from V1. So in V1, if you were using it, the older platform, you had properties and deals. So you would upload the property information in one page, and then you would upload the financial information in another page. Within V2, transactions, that's all going to be in one. So we're combining those two and just created transactions. That way you don't have to jump between pages to see information that should really be tied together. Not only that, but we give you more pipelines so you can track different types of transactions. In V1, we only gave you one pipeline. So whether you were listing that property or whether you were buying a property, it would all be tracked in the same pipeline. This gives you the option to track it within different pipelines. Right now, you'll see that I have 6 different ones. So we have purchase, listing for sale, and then listing for lease. Right, so this tracks different types of transactions. I can click on this downward caret, and it's going to show me all of the transactions that I have in place. So I have 5 that have already been sold, and I have 1 that's in the pre-approval stage. So the idea is to just shift it from stage to stage until it's sold. Right, so this is a major improvement from V1, the fact that you can track and organize different transaction types within different pipelines. So again, this is all customizable within V2. So even if you wanted to add more pipelines, just click on this button to create a whole new pipeline. Let's go ahead and jump into one that's already created. That way you can just see how it looks like. So purchase, I'm gonna click on the downward caret. I'm gonna click on view items. So it takes me to the pipeline, right? So I have this test transaction. We make it pretty simple for you to just move it through the pipeline, just drag and drop, right? So now it's in financing pre-approved. Now it's a qualified lead, it's in prospecting, and so on, right? Proposal, under contract. What's really great is that you can even customize a pipeline. So if you wanted to change the names of each stage, you can. Just click on these three dots and you'll be able to rename the stage or just delete the stage as a whole. So it's really up to you on how you want to customize this. So again, this is such a huge improvement from our B1, being able to create not only your own pipelines, but being able to create multiple pipelines. All right, so let's go back to, well, let's actually not go back to dashboard. Let's go ahead and add a transaction. That way you can see the type of information it captures. So you'll click on new transaction, take you to this page, just give your transaction a name. Right, so we have office hours transactions, right, just to give it a name. What type of transaction is this? I'll select purchase. What stage is it within this pipeline? I'm gonna go ahead and select prospecting. Once you press in next, you'll be able to assign contacts to this transaction, right? So who's involved in this? Who's the broker, who's the buyer, and so on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start typing in a name. And next to each name, you will see this admin button. That way you can select their role. So Derek, who is he? He's the buyer. Let's go ahead and add another contact, right? Who is David? He is the seller, and so on. So you can add more contacts in this transaction, which is again, isn't upgraded from B1. In B1, you were only able to assign one contact. In B2, you're able to assign multiple. Right, so finish and exit, and now we see that transaction added into our prospecting stage. Right, so again, transactions, huge improvement from B1. All right, so next question, will you be integrating to Instagram soon? The integration with Instagram, I know we are working on the social media links, so anytime you upload a contact, social media links do appear within the contact. That being said, are we going to be integrating, like if you're running ads on Instagram? That is not in the works. Definitely see how that could be a great thing we can add on. So I definitely recommend adding that onto our ideas page, letting us know that, hey, Instagram is something that we want to start integrating with. Same thing with LinkedIn, right? We are doing that social media search. So let me see, this is available right now in B1. Not the integration, but the social media search. So take me back to the old LionDesk. It might be hard with this account just because most of these people are fake profiles, so it's not going to pull up anything. But let me see what this pulls up. So from B1, it does pull in social media accounts. So that's really the only integration that we have at the moment. And again, that's available in B1. So in any contact profile, if we scroll to the bottom, you will see the social media section. Right, so this is going to bring in their LinkedIn account, as you saw that see below, other accounts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Gravatar, Google accounts. So that's the social media links that's going to bring up. That way you can just click on the link and view. That being said, that's not available in B2 yet. We are looking to add that on as opposed to the integrations. If you're looking to get more than just that, I recommend uploading that suggestion into our ideas page. Why do you want to upload into Instagram? Why do you want to upload into LinkedIn? What information are you trying to capture and send to LionDesk, right? So go ahead, I shared that link in the chat box. Let us know what you want from those integrations, and if it's uploaded enough, we'll definitely look into getting that into B2. Awesome, so that covers all the questions that I see here. right? I'm just gonna quickly jump back into V2. If you do have any last minute questions, go ahead and start typing them in. I'm just gonna go over, again, the resources that are available to you all. So, office hours is gonna conclude in a couple of minutes. Again, start typing in your questions for any last minute ones. But if you do have questions outside of office hours, again, we do have different channels that you can get assistance with. First, we do have online chat. So in V2, we also have that here in the lower left. Just click on that chat bubble. You'll see this pop up and you want to click on new conversation. This is going to connect you with a live rep. So it's available during business hours, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Aside from online chat, we do have phone support, sales, and also billing support. So give us a call at 760-501-8582. And that's going to connect you with a live rep, again, during business hours, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you, have questions outside of business hours, we do have online help. So on the left-hand side, click on online help. It's going to take you to the LionDesk Help Center. So this is categorized based off the different features, right? Contact management, marketing, transactions, integrations. If you're new, don't know where to get started, just click on Get Started. Right, so if you have a question, just go ahead and click on one of these fields and you'll see the different articles and videos that are created for that section. Get started. We do have our webinars listed here as well. So LionDesk webinars, you'll click on that link. And as you scroll below, you'll see the different webinars that we have in place. So again, we have First Step Success, Automate Your Business, and then Streamline Your Business. You'll see those listed below. First Step Success, Automate Your Business, and then Streamline Your Business. So if you wanted more of a structured learning experience, I definitely recommend going through this page. It's going to show you beginning to end what you want to know about LionDesk. All right, y'all, we are reaching the last minute. I don't see any other questions coming through. Let me just double check. All right, that seems to cover it all. All right, y'all, thank you all for joining us today. Really appreciate you and your questions. Again, join us next week for any office hours. Every Thursday from 10 a.m. to every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you have any other questions, again, we have chat, phone support, and also online help. Again, thank you all for joining us today, and I hope to see you all next week.